Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen Sellers. Make sure you go hit that like button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do. You guys don't want to miss out on all the awesome stuff that I do. This is going to be a 4th of July craft. I am going to be painting 3 items for the 4th of July. And if you guys have a Target near you, you can go and buy these items. So the first, we're going to paint a shadow box. Now you guys can leave it as is, but I'm going to paint it. Also, it comes with a little tassel right here, little beads, a little tassel, and also the little books with the twine. We're going to paint all these. So if you guys have a Target near you, go grab you one of these up. We're going to paint it. Also, you will need, it doesn't matter what kind of white paint, but you will need white paint. I have Apple Barrel outdoor, indoor paint, and it is the white paint. This is what I bought right here. Also, indoor, outdoor paint. It is real red. So I bought this too. And then I bought the Cobalt Blue Apple Barrel paint. So you can do it any kind of blue you would like, but this is the blue that I picked out. And the red that I picked out. And the white paint. So I just picked up one of these. I've been using this. I did have a white one, but it broke. So I got the Dollar Tree had these, so I picked it up. If you don't have one of these, it's totally fine. You can use a paper plate because before the Dollar Tree come out with this, I was using a paper plate. Also, paint brushes. Got these from the Dollar Tree in different sets. You will need a thin one and kind of a, sorry, the cats, they're showing out. But you'll see that you'll need a thin one and then you'll need one like this. So you'll need this, both of these sizes. You'll need a cup of water to rinse your brushes off and some paper towels to make sure you get all the paint off so you don't mix in the paints. I also have this little placemat right here. I just picked this up to do my crafts on so it doesn't ruin my table. And it is this little truck right here. So I am going to use this so I don't get paint all over my table. Sorry, I'm moving you guys around. I'm trying to lift it back up underneath here. I am going to show you guys me painting it, and I will tilt the camera in just a second to show you how I'm painting it. But yeah, we're going to paint these 3 items for the 4th of July. And then I also, after we get done with this, I will make a separate video for another craft that I'm going to share with you guys. I do have a couple of crafts set up, but this one's just going to be for 4th of July. So I'm going to start out with this one right here. It's just the base, and we're going to paint this. So I am going to go ahead and go over with the white. I got to get this plastic off of this. Let me get my scissors. You may see my husband, you may see my sister-in-law walk by as well. You also may hear the dogs and the cats. I have one cat, she's starting to move around the house. She used to just stay in the kitchen part, but now she's kind of getting used to the other cats. So you may hear her growl. And if you do, I apologize for that in advance. So we're going to go ahead and start with the white. And you don't want to put too much, just put a little bit. And since this is, I'm going to repaint the base because it's not exactly covered all the way. There's still some wood showing. So I'm going to use this wide brush to paint this one with. So we're going to just paint it. Because it does have like some little wood showing. So I'm just going to go over it with a coat of this white paint right here. I hope you all are doing well and doing amazing. And see, that's just how I'm doing it, just going over it. Let me tilt the camera. I'm tilting the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. You may hear the air condition cut off and on too. I do apologize because it can get loud. So now I'm just painting the side. I think this set was like $3, $3 or $5. Well, it was $3. That's right. It was $3 because it was, if you bought them separate, it would have been $1 a piece. I thought they were cute, but I just wanted to kind of add my own little effect to it. Just going and painting the side of it. Now you may get a little paint on you, and that's going to happen. It will wash off. All right, after the sides is dry, you're going to want to paint the inside of it. Let me tilt it so you guys can see. And after we get this piece done trimmed in the white, we'll go on to the next piece and go ahead and, since we have our white paint out, and we will go ahead and paint what needs to be painted white on the other pieces since we already have our white out. So this piece can kind of dry a little bit. You may have to go over it with a second coat. We'll have to see after it dries a little bit. But since we already have the white paint out, we are going to go ahead and paint the other 4th of July stuff that needs to be white and give this a chance to dry. Alright. So there is that piece trimmed in white. And if you guys have this little tool, let me get it out. So you don't have to worry about it getting messed up. Just take this little tool and just kind of slide it out of the way. And then we're going to start on the other one since we have our white paint out. We're going to go ahead and start on. Since this is already painted white, we only need to do like we're going to do red, white, blue. So these are already painted white and the star is painted white. So we don't need to do anything to that yet. So we're just going to put that to the side. Now the books right here, you need to take the twine. Don't throw it away. Just take it off the book and we will put it back on there after it dries. So we're going to lay this to the side. Now we're going to repaint the white. So be very careful though not to cover your little star up right there. So we are going to use this brush. You may need the thinner brush when we get near the star, but for now you need this one. And we're just going to go on the edges and paint the book. So I'm going to just stick the book part in my hand like this and just take it like this and just paint it. And just go like this and paint. We're just repainting the white part because the wood is showing a little bit. Some of you may like it like that. I'm just going over it. And if you do, that's fine. You don't have to do this step with the white. You can skip over this step, but I am going over it. And when you get near the star, be very careful not to paint over it. If you're scared to use this one, just use the little thin one. I'm just going ahead and using this one. Okay, now we're going to do the back side. Now we're going to paint the top of the book. And then after you paint that, all the sides, and then we're going to go back to the other piece and see if it needs to be touched up. So we're going to set the book down because it's done for right now. Let it dry. We're going to take a look at the other piece and see if it needs to be touched up. And if it does, then we're going to touch it up. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to rinse our brush. And we're going to go to our red now. So while the bookcase is still drying a little bit, I'm going to switch these pieces out using this tool so you don't mess the paint up. We're just going to slide them and then slide the other little piece right here. Now we'll probably have to go over the bookcase again with the white, but for right now we're going to let it dry so it doesn't mess that part up. We're just going to rinse our paintbrush out. Okay. Now we're going to, let me put this tool right here. We're going to do our red. Put a little bit of red. Let me see if it has a little lid on it. It does. You'll have to remove that little piece when you buy new paint. Let me get the scissors, or just take this tool. Let me get all that red paint off. Punk, no, leave her alone. He's trying to mess with her. Sorry about that, y'all. Punk, get over here. That's my cat I'm talking to. If y'all hear me talking to my cat, y'all hear me saying that name, that's my cat. Punk, no, get over here. He's trying to mess with our other cat. All right, so we're just going to put a little bit of red paint. Hold on just a second. I do apologize. I've got to go get him. He's bothering her, so give me just a second. Sorry about that, you guys. Punk, get over here now. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Punk, get down. Leave her alone. Get down. Well, I tried to get him, but it didn't work. Anyways, you'll probably hear her growling, and I do apologize. There's nothing I can really do about it, so you're going to hear her growl. So I just put some red paint in here, and we're going to paint our shadow box. And not the star, but the other part we're going to paint red. And if you're not, say you're scared to use the wide brush, it's totally fine. You can use the other brush. I'm just using the wider brush because it takes less time. Sorry about that, you guys. Tilt the camera so you guys can see. I'm just going around the edges of the white right now is what I'm doing. But like I said, if you guys do not feel comfortable using the wide brush, you can always just use the other brush, but it will take you a little longer to paint. So I'm just going and painting it now. And if you get it on the shadow box, it's fine. You can always go over it again. So don't panic. You can always just go over it again. tricky part is going to be getting near the star without messing it up. That's going to be the tricky part of this. Right now I'm just going around the outer part of it, and I'll show you when I get finished what I'm talking about. Okay. So no, it's not completely done yet, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. When I said I was going to the outer part of the star, let me get the paintbrush right there. This is what I'm doing. And now we got to go near the star. That's going to be the tricky part of it. So you got to be very careful, and this is where it's going to take the most time doing this, because you don't want to mess your star part up. So I'm just going over it with the red, touching up some of the spots. You may have to turn your box around so you can try not to get it near the star. And just so you guys know, I've never done one of these. This is the first time I've ever done this. So it is kind of like panicky because I've never done one of these. This is the first time I've ever done this. So and of course I'm going to have to go over it with a white because I've done hit a few spots. So yeah, not perfect at this, but just have to kind of go with the flow and just go with it. I gotta let my hand rest. Sorry about that, you guys. My carpal tunnel was kind of bothering me a little bit. So you may see me rest for a minute, and that's because of my carpal tunnel. We're getting there. We are getting there. See? We're getting there. We're almost done with that part, but we probably have to touch it up. I know I'm going to have to touch it up with a little bit of white. Not much, but just a little bit. It's coming along, though. Looks awesome. Almost done with the red with the out. To let's see red. I'm just thinking out loud. Don't pay me no mind, you guys. I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, this is looking awesome. Here we go. Red outline. Now I'm going to take this thinner paintbrush and dip it in this white and just go around touching the spots that accidentally hit with the red. So I'm just going to take the little thin one and just kind of go over where I touched the red at. I love the way this is looking. It is looking awesome. And this paint, it dries really fast, so you don't have to sit here and wait for it to dry, which is awesome. All right, so I touched the little spots up with, that's how it's looking. Let this other paintbrush soak. Let's see here. Get another one in case I need it right here. So now we're going to put this to the side and let the red dry. And now we're getting our book. So now I'm going to do the red one right here in the middle. You guys can do it however you want, but I'm going to do the middle one red. So I'm just going to put the book, because it has an opening in the bottom, and just kind of slip it on my hand to where it's easier for me just to turn it around and rotate it. So I'll take our water brush and just kind of go across like this and paint it. Now you probably will have to go over this one again because it is a darker color. All right. One side. Now I'm just going to kind of put this brush down so I don't get red paint on the white part, because that's not what I'm wanting to do. And just kind of rotate it like this to the back side. Get it like this so you guys can see it better. And these little pieces I'm doing are great for tier trays, great for bookshelves, offices, a small space. This would work perfect. I've got a shelf that I'm actually going to hang it on when it's time. I've got little gnome Easter, well, not Easter, but spring gnomes up right now, and I'm going to take those down when it's the 4th of July and put this up there that I'm painting now. So I don't have a lot of 4th of July stuff. It would be cute if I can get a hold of those little gnomes at the Dollar Tree sales for the 4th of July and stick on top of these little books. That will look so cute. Sorry for the dog. He's howling. We're probably going to have to go over this again. Or it looks like we're going to have to go over it again. Now on the side, I'll probably have to put a couple of coats on the red right here on the books. My hand rest for a minute. So we're just going over it with the red. Now the front of it's going to be the trickiest part, so because it's got the star, and you got to be very careful not to let the paint hit it because it will mess the star up. I'm letting my hand rest for a minute. Sorry, you guys. All right, now we're going to just go ahead and paint. Sorry for him doing that. Our girl dogs, they're in heat, so that's why he's making all this racket, especially that noise. It's the hardest part. But we're almost done with the star outline. First time me doing this too with you guys. Never done this before. So, first time for everything. All right. Okay. Let me put this down and show you guys. That's the hardest part to do, and of course I'm going to have to go over it because it is bleeding through. But I kind of figured that, but look. That's the hardest part to do is to go around the star, but I think I did a pretty good job not to have to tape it off and all that. I think I did a pretty good job. So I'm very proud of myself. First time ever having to do that. So now, not really sure how we're going to do this, but we're going to do red, and that one's already white, and then blue, then red, and that one's already white, and then going to do blue. So not sure how we're going to do these, but we're going to do them. We're going to do it together. I'm probably going to have to get a plate to set this on, so excuse me just for a second. I should have thought about this before I started getting on here filming. Just get like just a paper plate. Doesn't have to be nothing fancy, so I can move these beads out of the way without touching them. All right. Now it's probably going to get on the twine, like where the beads are threaded, but as long as it doesn't get on the tassel part and the star, we're okay. So I'm just going to slide these other pieces out of the way. Just slide these out the way so I'm not messing it up. And I am going to use this paintbrush, the thin one. I got another one to paint these beads. So we're going to paint red, white, and blue beads. So I'm just painting it. Because if you get a big paintbrush, it's probably going to get everywhere, not do too good. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you too. Thank you for joining me. I am just painting some beads, and I got this stuff from I got it from Target when me and my husband went there. And I bought this in a set, and it was like $3. It's okay, hon. No rush. You're fine. Alright, so there is our first bead painted red. Now you will probably have to go over it, like I've said previous. We'll probably have to go over it, but it's okay. Now we're going to paint the other one that is a regular wood bead. We're going to paint it red as well. Kat's trying to attack this. She thinks it's a toy for her, and it's not, but she's right here looking at it, wiggling around while I'm painting it. No, 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 no. Get down. Will you get down and go? Kittens for you. They love playing with stuff. I made one of these little beaded little things that's in my kitchen that I made a cat toy out of it for them, and they absolutely love it. And she thinks this is for her, so and she thinks this is for her, and it's not. But she's a kitten, so she doesn't understand that. I'm sticking it on my plate now. I'm trying to get her to stop messing with it. Alright. Now, painted them red. We may have to go over it later. But so now we're gonna just let the red dry. I got it all over my hands. If you don't get paint on you, you're not doing something right. But anyways, I just got a paper plate and letting the red dry, and then after the red dries, if they need to touch up, we'll go ahead blue, and then where the red touched the white bead that's already painted, we'll just touch it up a little bit. It's not going to hurt nothing. So I'm going to set that over there and let that dry, and now we're going back to the shadow box. Alright, the shadow box looks like this. I'm going to go over it again because I see a little spots that has bled through. So we're going to take our red paint and we're going to just touch this up. I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise. I'm just got paint all over me, so I can't really type because I don't want to touch my laptop. So, but I see you guys talking, and I appreciate y'all, and thank you so much for joining my channel. I really appreciate you guys so much. But I don't want to touch my laptop and get paint all over it. So now we are going to work on our shadow box again. This is the second coating, and it should be good with the red. So we're going to go ahead and just touch it up and paint it. Becky, if you would like, if any of you guys, not just Becky, would like a card from me, can you send me it in my email account, please? Under sellerskaren27@gmail.com. It is all lowercase. Can you please send it to me there, your address, so I can mail y'all a card out? I got a book that I'm going to put in. If you guys watch my Walmart haul, I had bought a book from the Pioneer Woman. They had it on sale at Walmart, and I'm going to put y'all's name and address and all that in there, so I'll have it. And I also like sending friend mail out as well. And if I don't have your address, I can't do that. So if you don't mind, just send me your address through my email account. After I get done with this craft, I am going to have to go to the store, and then I'm going to come right back and work on that other craft that I was telling you guys about. So, you guys don't go anywhere. I see there's like 4 or 5 people watching this. Can you guys make sure you hit the thumbs up? It helps my channel get out there. If you guys don't mind doing that, the ones that are live right now, can you guys go hit the thumbs up? And the ones that are replaying this later, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we touched up the little spots in the shadow box. So I'm going to let that dry. And now we're going to go back to the books, and we're going to go over it with another coat. So if you guys don't mind, make sure you go hit the like button. It helps my YouTube channel get out there so other YouTubers can watch my videos. It helps me tremendously. If you guys don't mind doing that to help me out, I'll greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm just going over the red part again. I may have to make a second video to this, you guys, because I'm fixing to have to run to the store real quick. So I may have to make a second video, but you guys don't go anywhere. I won't be gone long. I'm just going to the store and I'll be right back. So I may have to make a second video to this, and I do apologize, and I am sorry for that, but I may have to make a second video, but that'll give this time to dry. Sorry about that. My nose is itching. So now I'm just going to get my little skinny paintbrush out of here and touch up around the star because I don't want to mess it up. Sorry about that. My nose is itchy. So now I got this little brush right here. I'm just going to dip it in my red and go around where the star part is so I don't touch the star. Thank you so much, Becky. I really appreciate that. It helps me out tremendously. Thank you so, so much. So now I'm just going around this star right here, but you have to be very careful because I don't want to cover the star. I want to still keep my star and just go around it. So that's why I got this thin brush, because the white can be a little tricky. And so can the blue. So that's why I said when we started this video to make sure that you have a thin little brush. Okay, so now I went over the star and it looks pretty good. I'm going to just go on the sides now, using the wider brush. Let me kind of switch it over to this side. Now we're going to go to the back side of it. Just go over it again. You get it right here where you guys can see. This is going to turn out so pretty. I love this red. It's a beautiful red. The brush. There we go. Thank you, Becky. I really appreciate everything that you do for me. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody else that helps me out tremendously. Thank you guys so, so much. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. Oh. And you were saying you didn't feel too well. What's going on with you, Becky? Are you okay? You said you didn't feel too good. Are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry. But it will grow back. And at least you're alive. I know it's hard. Let me let my hand rest for a minute. Oof. Let me let my hand rest for a minute. I know it's hard, Becky. I trust me. I understand that completely and understand where you're coming from. But at least you're alive, and you will get through this. You will. My prayers and thoughts go out to you, and I continue to pray for you and everyone else that is going through a lot. Right now we're going to check our beads and see if they're need to be touched up, and yes they do. So we're going to just go ahead and take this, go ahead and touch them up a little bit. Yes, I will be coming right back. Yes, ma'am. I will be coming right back. I just need to run to the store real quick. Yes, I will be right back to finish this craft with you. And then I got another craft that I'm going to do. Okie dokie. So there is the red part. I'm going to let my brushes sit in here. Hold on. I understand. Well, yes, I am coming back. I am going to finish this 4th of July, so I will be making a second video. So I will be making a second video. I am not finished with this yet, so I do have more that I need to do with the 4th of July to complete it. But I will be making a second video. I need to, I'm putting my paint up right now, but I'm trying to explain to you guys. I need to go to the store, but I will be right back. It's not that far from where I live, and I need to go to the store, and I will be right back. And you guys, if you have paint, just take your excess paint and just put it back in here. Don't waste it. Just take your brush and just, that way you can save your paint. I do this all the time, and I don't want my paint to dry out, so I'm just putting it right here. I have another craft that I am going to be doing, which will probably be on my second video. So yes, I will be doing another craft video. I am going to show you guys what I'm working on. Those are you that are just now joining me. I'm not really sure how to pause this video and then where I can come right back to it. So that's why I said I would have to make another video, because I am not sure how to do this. But you guys, I am fixing to have to go to the store. But before I go to the store and end this video, I'm going to show you what we are working on and what we will continue working on when I come right back, you guys. So I bought this from Target, and it was in a 3-pack. So we painted the top one. I repainted it white, painted the middle red, and we're going to paint the bottom part blue. And I'm going to paint this star right here red. We're going to paint it red. The star in the middle, red. So this bottom part is going to be blue, but the star is going to be red, if that makes sense with you guys. So that is what we're going to do. Also, working on this shadow box right here. The star is going to be blue. So when I come back, we're going to paint this blue as well. Also, this tassel that I am working on, I am waiting for the paint to dry. We're going to paint the other beads blue. The ones that's kind of a grayish color, we're going to paint those blue when we come back. Sorry about that. And it has the books. After we get done painting them and they get done drying, it has this twine, so we're going to add that back onto the books, and I will show you guys. Like I said, I am going to make another video. You guys don't go anywhere. I will be right back. And we're going to finish this project, and then I have another craft for you guys that you don't want to miss. You want to stay tuned. So I will be right back, you guys. I do apologize. Sorry that I'm having to get off here, but you guys stay with me and don't go anywhere. I will be back.